The missionaries that we have here in Pan Asia region are one of Australia's best kept secrets. They are diverse in their personalities, diverse in their ministry gifting, diverse in the way they approach missions. But all of them have one thing in common. They're really kicking goals.
It's just really easy to be in Cambodia as a foreigner. You're easily accepted. But in some senses it kind of only goes to a certain level because they're very family orientated and that's what they're loyal to. And friendships kind of with other people come and go.
And so that means we've been here for about 4.5 years, and we work as missionaries in Chiang Mai and work with a bunch of different things in North Thailand.
We spent just over 2 years in Hanoi, and early this year we moved down to Da Nang in the central region.
Okay, the area we're going to now is about half an hour outside of Da Nang City. It's a rural area, very poor area. And so this is where we're doing a lot of our community development work, and we're sponsoring kids so they can go to school, get an education.
This is one of the cows that we've presented to one of the families, and again, now they've got a calf, and the thing is they'll repay that calf to another family so they can also have a future and a better income.
So we look at the whole community as a community that needs Christ, but it also needs to be transformed physically, socially and environmentally.
They call me Say Still. Say Still means like almost like a gang girl, or it's kind of like that funky youth culture. It means you're out there. It means you're willing to push the limits. You're into funky stuff. And they say she's a still sot, which means she's 100%.
Normally, I'm the one that tries to go around and inspire other people for missions. These guys are inspiring me. I don't know when I've been more inspired in a long time for missions, personally, than just being with the Australian missionaries here in Pan Asia.
So rather than seeing different countries, different people from different countries, we see ourselves as a single unit, one team, working together with one vision to change nations by changing lives.
The Love of Arts Centre is a centre for these kids to come to and learn different trades, different skills.
And music, and entertainment, computers, English language, training them in handicrafts, a whole range of things. Because see, some of these kids were selling chewing gum on the beach, or lottery tickets, or cigarettes, just to try and make some sort of income. So to bring them into training, we've taken them basically off the street.
We're very close to the famous Golden Triangle. We take girls in from a young age and we educate them, develop them, grow them, and by the time they leave us, they're in a position where there are alternatives in their life other than prostitution. We've actually got 5 of the girls that are in our home now were born in Burma, and they've come to us through various fairly difficult circumstances.
And to see somebody who has all his life feared evil spirits. Yes. They call them spirits. Yes. All his life he's been slave to them. At the last moment, the last day of his life, he gives his heart to Jesus, yes, is set free, and goes to be with Jesus. Could there be anything better? No.
Lucky that I didn't operate in there.
To know that in the last 12 months we've planted 98 churches in the region. In the last 3 years we've planted over 250 churches in the region. And to see the growth in national church, that's exciting. You come home with a real buzz knowing what's going on. It's fantastic.
So one little old guy in Cambodia who 3 years ago went through our training program, he's grown his church to over 200 people and is absolutely transforming his community. But here's the good thing, he's actually set up 20 new churches in 3 years, all of them with a small business to help sustain them.
We were Cambodian women. We have a really hard time initially getting in there and working with church leaders and working with that level of leadership that are all men. So the fact that we are Western women gives us a slight edge, but then what actually cuts it long term is the way you interact with them.
And they see like the reason that we're wanting to work with them is, yeah, like she was saying, not control, but we're bringing a new idea to them or something like that, and they begin to see the value of that. And I guess the way that we're not like pushing it on them, but say like, hey, well, you know, what about this? And like, oh yeah, you know.
God is in the business of reconciling himself to the nations. This is what God's on about. From the first page of the book, from Genesis to Revelation, it's all about God's plan and God's purpose for the nation. So what else would you want to do with your life than to just get in there and be part of it?
There is nothing on this earth like leading somebody to Christ. Nothing.
That's what we really want to do. We're here to build the church here.
This is awesome, and I don't think the Australian Church really has anywhere near the right sort of grasp of what actually is happening here. This is powerful, this is mighty, and in all of our history we've never done so much, so well in this part of the world. They are our best kept secret, and we want to tell the world about them.